There we go. Namaste. I just had a peek at YouTube. Okay, so Moon Chariot, I will see you in the comments in a little bit, in a few days. So thank you for checking in. Hello, Jen, and hello, long hair, skinny-eyed toe. I have a lot. I have a lot of decks on my table here today. And I just thought, I wanted to play a little bit. It's been a long time since I did a deck pairing video. Sorry, I just needed to wet my whistle. It's been a long time since I've done one of these pre-recorded ones. There's almost 30 of them in the playlist. And so if you're ever looking for inspiration, and I see there's a couple of other new tarot tags out as well too. I believe Lisa Pepez started another one called Perfect Pairs. But the tag that is on this video is the original tag from a couple of years ago that was started by, I want to say Amber in Wonderland, I believe. She's in the UK. And so I think that's where the tag started in the first place. And so I've just kept the tarot combos tag because it's what the tag I've put on all of my videos. So yeah, so there's about 30 of them. And today we're going to go do this live and we can chat. You can let me know what you think of some of these combos. And I want to also say that Andrew of Well-Tempered Claire, he has a new channel and really, really interesting young man. I've really been enjoying his content. I'm going to be doing one of his new tags coming out very soon. He has a couple of incredible decks that I hadn't seen before. And I know a few months back I was talking about, well, I don't really need to buy too many new decks. I'm going to get the new SKT and the Abyss Tarot. Maybe that's it for 2021. But then I started looking at his channel. And that Jessica Bott deck, that botanical deck, oh my goodness. I can think of so many things to do with that. But anyway, we're going to use what I have. Most of these decks you have seen before. We're putting things in different combinations. There's a few decks probably I haven't shared on my channel. And we'll just go for about an hour and we'll just have a good chat and yeah, and have some fun with the cards. Hi there, Mary Beth. Okay, Liminal Lark, hello, welcome. Saw you earlier today on Amber's channel. And Gerald's here. Hi, Gerald. Oh, that is a late dinner for you after 9 o'clock. My goodness. Okay, and Woven Pixel. Hello, hello. So welcome, and I'll do my best to greet other people as they come in. Essence O is here. Hello. Excellent, excellent. Okay. The thing about pairing tarot cards so there's lots of conversations that I've had with people about pairing tarot and tarot, and I did do Jen's Balanced Tarot tag a while back about balancing the decks. And so if you want to see a few tarot combinations, I believe I did 2 videos with that particular tag, but the tarot combos tag is intended as tarot plus oracle. And so that's what you're going to see here tonight. And like I said, we've got lots and lots to look at. Okay, so what you're looking at on the table here, and I didn't put out any crystals or any candles or anything tonight because I have so many cards on the table. Hey there, Kristen, welcome. We were looking at this deck. This is the Hoodoo Tarot. And I have, since I cracked that open the other day, I have been really enjoying reading the guidebook. There have been so many things resonating with me. And I have to tell you, one of the things that has really spoken to me is the extent of the cultures that this deck involves. I believe there was a couple of paragraphs they were talking about the coolies from India, that were brought over as well too. And so we're talking about a lot of cultures here, as well as some of the tribes, the native tribes in the US. So I just feel like there's a lot of work to do with this deck. It's really, really exciting. So I decided that I'm going to pair this deck with Divine Muses. This is by Marie Bento. I've shown this on my channel a few times. This is the pouch I got with it. This deck has an amazing, amazing guidebook. And there is some, oh my goodness, I can't even think of the word, collage art that looks very similar to this deck. And then there are, oh, isn't this a perfect card? Wow. And then there are some that look completely different. So we'll look at a few different combinations here. That is really beautiful. And I'm going to try to show you as many different decks tonight as possible, because I just kind of went crazy pulling things out for this, just having good old fun. So this is Divine Muses Oracle by Marie Bento in the center, and the Hoodoo on the outside. Yeah, I had quite, especially my first trip to India, quite an interesting reaction to working with and hiring the coolies in India when you get on and off the train to move your luggage and so forth. And I really feel like this deck here is going to be doing some true magic for me. I don't know. I've already got decks mixed up here, so just give me 1 second. Yeah. And sorry, has somebody already posted a question that I missed? If you can please tag me. I do have the YouTube chat open, so I can see the colored chat if you tag me. I know if you're on your phone, you cannot, or put it in caps. That would be amazing. And I'll make sure to follow up with you. So yeah, so don't these look great together? I just, and I know Marie Bento has done a few decks. This is her only deck that I have in my collection. And I have considered purchasing some of her other decks, but her Divine Muses looks really, really beautiful. Okay, thanks, Kristen. With the Hoodoo Tarot. Okay, now I'm going to leave Divine Muses in the center. And it is such a flexible deck. I know there's been a lot of conversations about past life readings lately in different tarot chats that I have been watching. And there's a few decks that I work with when I'm doing past life readings, and Divine Muses works really, really well with that particular type of reading. And I was not going to purchase the stretch. And I'm going to say Simon made me do it in one of his throwback videos. But there was something about the array of culture that was represented in this deck. Now, previously in my past life readings, I was using a Fournier deck that's title is escaping me right now. It might, the Labyrinth Tarot. I was using the Labyrinth Tarot. And now I really feel like I've got a few different ones in my collection. So this is Stretch on the outside, still Divine Muses on the inside. That I'm kind of liking more information on the cards. I also use Ancestral Path, but the Stretch Tarot is actually doing a really, really good job. Hello to Angela, Tiny Trinkets and Tarot. Welcome. So yeah, so that's a beautiful card. I probably said that I'm going to do readings tonight, but how about towards the end tonight if we do a few readings, and that way we can get through lots and lots of decks, and then at the end we can look at that lovely Queen of Roses in the center. So yeah, it's just a stunning, stunning combination. It is, Angela. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty powerful deck. Okay. So I almost hate to put this deck away, but every time I pull out Divine Muses, I feel like I need to leave it out. And I actually am. I'm going to leave it out. You're staying out. You're not going away. Lucky you. All right, I want to talk about a deck that is probably one of the most versatile decks to pair with tarot. And I have used this deck in so many, many, many combinations. This is the Shamanic Healing deck by Muses. And it is just an extraordinary deck in that it pairs so well with so many tarot decks. It's really extraordinary. And I have another deck, a tarot deck I'm about to show you. And I don't know who made me do it, but it was one of those conversations where back a little bit when I was using the Enchanted Tarot in the Facebook group, I think it was just before that time we were talking about textured tarots, and here I'm going to shuffle this a little bit, and crafty tarots. And somebody said, "Oh, Sadhana, I can't believe you don't have this deck. I can't believe you don't have this deck." And so, I'm not sure it's a deck that I'm going to use a lot, but the artwork is just so beautiful. Oh, Tiny Trinkets and Tarot got an A. Angela, what did you get an A in? What did you get an A in? That's amazing. We all like to get A's. So this is Tarot of the North Atlantic. And it is all buttons and fabric and water and fish and feathers. And it has, it's all kind of blues and greens. And so, yeah, so I decided to pair it with Michelle's deck, and it just really, really is beautiful. So if you like buttons, now there's a couple other decks I thought about pairing this with, but I wanted something that had a little bit of earth to balance the water. Hello, V. Kestrel. You're gardening. Oh, that's a very different season than I'm in right now. So yeah, so this was a unexpected purchase for me late last year or mid last year, perhaps. And I feel that there is a summer calling for this deck, that I will be using this deck in summer. It'll be one of those decks that are, you know, just kind of works really well. I spend a lot of time at the beach with my, oh, that card, sorry, I had showed you the wrong side of the card. That was the back of the card. Yeah, so Tarot of the North Atlantic. And Michelle Motuzis is, oh, now look at those pretty colors with the sun and the sand and the red. I'm waiting to see what Angela got an A on. I still haven't got the big news. You are getting Snow Woven Pixel. Where are you? I have a feeling I know where you are and I just forgot. Oh, you had a nursing test. Okay. And a Math 4 test. Nursing school stuff. I know that is a tough haul. And Michelle is saying here something about the Enchanted Tarot. Yes, with Vintage Wisdom. Yeah, that's a beautiful combination. It has that old world kind of look. Yes, I mentioned Lisa a little while ago, and because she switched up the tag, she didn't change it, so she created another tag called Perfect Pairs. And if you're interested, I did a video on my top 5 of all time favorite pairs, and so you can go and check that video. I did link the playlist for all of my pairing videos in the chat below. Okay, so next. This is a really interesting question that I had from a viewer. And I've been humming and hawing about this one. Okay, so in the center is Flora Healing. This is one of Deborah LaFabe's decks. And, you know, the lovely, I was going to say washi paper, lovely watercolor type rough paper. And the reason that I'm choosing this deck is that it has a lot of white space. I thought about, and I'm going to show you something else with this deck. Just a second. Okay, so I'm going to pair this with the Slow Tarot. Just giving it a little shuffle. Because of the white space. And there's a lot that goes on in the Slow Tarot. A lot of little symbols and imagery. And I just felt that I wanted a floral deck because, and this one is, one of you requested this. There's a lot of flowers in the Slow Tarot. So I really feel like it needs a floral deck. And which floral deck? Because I have a few of them, but I think this one is probably the best of all the floral decks I have. I'm going to show you one more in a minute because of the white space. You know, we just need to sometimes breathe and have a little bit of room. There are not flowers on every single card, but there are a lot of flowers in the Slow Tarot. Hey there, Marcella, welcome. So we'll do one more and then I'm going to show you the other one that I had in mind, which is another all-time favorite pairing. Okay, so the other one that is a massive favorite of mine is this one. And it's kind of a cool combination. I had these sitting out on my table earlier. And I kind of like the full frame and the no borders on this. This is the Soul Flower. And it's just kind of bold. Oh, imagine if you got a poppy card with that death card. Yeah, it's just kind of bold. And I feel like the Slow Tarot is bold. So that's why I wanted to see how these two would talk together. Thanks for asking, Marcella. I was just so tired last night. I felt like I'd hit a wall. I had taught yoga earlier in the day. It was cold. I'd been for a long walk with Amber, and I'd been on Amber's channel, and I'd done some readings, and I was just really, really tired. So I decided I needed to give myself the gift of a break last night. And so that's what I did. And I apologize for putting up the thumbnail and then changing it. So yeah, so I almost like this better than the one with the white space. There's just something about the boldness of Soul Flower. It's just, yeah. So the question, the reason, so the person who requested this, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who you are, was just talking about all the flowers in Slow Tarot. So it's actually quite a tricky one to pair with because they're, just because there's so much going on in the deck. Okay. So I'm going to pick up Slow Tarot and leave Soul Flower on the, and of course, after I'm done, I will link everything in the description box below, or do my best to. Okay, so move Slow out of the way. And for those of you that don't know Soul Flower, it has an amazing guidebook as well too. I've shown it on my channel quite a few times. I'm looking for the box. Where is the box? The guidebook is just so beautiful. It's like, and it's got like coloring pages in it. It's got journal prompts. Comes in this little tuck box. It's by Estabrook, Lisa Estabrook, I believe. Please tell me that's right. Sorry. Yeah, Lisa Estabrook. So it's a really cool little deck. Okay, so go figure. You're not going to believe what I want to pair this with. It's kind of, it might be kind of weird, but okay, just bear with me. So, you know, sometimes you just get these funny ideas and you go, wow, I wonder what that would look like with that. Okay. So this is Tarot. I was going to say Tarot of the Divine Muses. That's not right. Tarot of the Divine, which is not what the extra little book is called. I haven't started working with this deck. I'm pretty much finished reading all the little stories in the book. Love, love, love this. And I just think some of the choices are so brilliant. I just had another idea. Oh my goodness. Huh. Just had another crazy idea. Okay. My other crazy idea is to pair the African Tarot with Tarot of the Divine, but I'm not going to go there tonight. I haven't even looked at it myself. Okay. So what I was saying is I'm really, really enjoying the extra guidebook and how well thought out the background stories are for the tarot cards that they represent. And the fact that you don't have to know the story. Like you can go either way, right? You can know the fairy tale and build in the fairy tale layer or not. Lisa's deck has a lot of different flowers, a lot of them that are not, I can't find where I live. I don't know. And I have another idea. So here I have one more idea to go with this deck. So I'm going to move Soulflower. So I'm not kidding. I had some really like, oh, I was pulling out a lot of decks. I just like to give them a little shuffle. So it's like completely random what comes up, you know? It's important. So here's my other kind of crazy idea. This is Foxfire, the Kitsune Tarot, the Kitsune Oracle. And there's something about this Oracle deck that is, it's just so magical. It has a lot of the same colorations as Tarot of the Divine. And I love, love, love the magic of Foxfire. And also because there's a lot of a lot of countries in Asia pictured in Tarot of the Divine, a lot of Pacific nations as well too. It actually kind of works. I see my name. Oh, Gerald, you like it too? Yeah, I'm kind of enchanted with this. This is my favorite, definitely my favorite of all the, I don't have a lot. Decks that have multiple stories built into the deck. So what do you think of this? Marcella says, I was wondering if any of you got the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. A lot of people in this chat have that deck, just not Sadhana. I'm not buying it. I do not need any more photorealistic decks in my collection. We are going to look at a photorealistic deck next. Well, how about that? How about the Griffin with the fiery fox there? That is pretty beautiful. I really, really like this Oracle deck. I do. I love its magic. Okay, so that is Tarot of the Divine with Foxfire, the Kitsune Oracle. Kitsune, by the way, means fox in Japanese, in case you didn't know. Alrighty. Let me, oh my goodness. Okay, this is going to be interesting. All right, of course I could box these all up right now, but it's more fun if we do more decks. Alrighty. Give the next one a little shuffle. Foxfire's on your wish list, Woven Pixel. Yeah, it's the stories, the magic. It takes me back to my days in Japan. Oh, I just love it. I love it. So this is the painted tarot. I don't know if I have the box here. I'm sorry. One of you is going to have to help me with the creator's name. It's from the UK. It's an indie deck. It's very expensive to get over to North America. It's like 100 Canadian dollars. Yeah, very expensive. Okay. So the deck that I want to pair with this is cosmic reading cards. Cosmic reading cards. So there's a lot of really dynamic colors in cosmic reading cards. So if you have Blue Messiah and cosmic reading cards are a lot more colorful than Blue Messiah. And so this is, I've actually looked at, I've been thinking this one is gonna really do something special for me. Move this one out of the way. Oh, of course, you get a dark one and a dark one. Let me look on the screen. I want to see what's going on here. If my intention, let's look here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. You know, there's a lot of this crackly paint in cosmic reading cards. So that's what I was thinking this was. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's just stunning. Yeah. Okay. The decks I was talking about are by Nari Anastasia, in case you don't know. See, there we go. That's what I was looking for, those greens and greens. Hey there, Darcy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Liminal Lark. Sophie McKay Knight is the creator of the Painted Tarot. Anna Torres, hello, hello. Welcome. Let's look at a couple more of these. This is, you know, I haven't been doing a lot of combos. Maybe on Tuesday, I'm just going to do combos with oracles. I think I might do that. I kind of miss doing this. Oh, I love this card. I wish I could wear eye makeup like this. My eyes are so crepey these days. I cannot wear, well, you know what? I don't know that I ever could, but I love that look when it suits the face. So yeah, so what do you think of this combination? Let's do one more. Some of the cards are better than others, you know. Some of them are better. It's pretty beautiful how those two figures are looking at each other. The Chariot and the Star are coming together over the worlds within worlds. That's very cool. Darcy Rosner, the middle deck is called Cosmic Reading Cards by Nari Anastasia. And once I'm done, everything will be in the description box below. Okay, Cosmic Reading Cards are going over there. Sophie's deck, Sophie McKay Knight. I will remember that. Sophie McKay Knight. Alrighty. Yay. Okay. I'm going to put this one, I'm going to cut it, put this one in the middle. This deck I had been coveting for a long time. I am a lover of Vision Quest Tarot. And this older oracle deck, which is called The Oracle of the Goddess, Discover the Female Powers of the Divine. It comes in one of those old video cases, like Shozan used to come in, you know, the old plastic video cases. And I got it really, really cheap on eBay. And I'm just so happy that I finally, as you know, I don't have a lot of goddess decks in my collection. I have the one by Suzanne Sidon-Boulay and recently acquired the Dark Goddess Tarot. And this is one I was just waiting to add. And I feel like this one is just kind of worlds above and beyond it's a small deck, any of the other more contemporary goddess decks. So this is Ember and Aura Tarot. Okay, so now we have, and if you have Vision Quest Tarot, you will recognize the artwork right away. And this is going to slip, slip, slide. Alrighty. Ember and Aura, if you don't know, was created at a retreat. It is a downloaded, divinely guided deck. It was not an intended creation. It just happened at a retreat, from what I understand. And so because of its high frequency, to have a goddess deck in the center, especially one that is as soft as this one, I feel is kind of perfect. So yeah, the backs are just beautiful. And they're one of those backs, you know, if you want to trim, you could trim. And so the art, I think it's Guy and Sylvie Winter, or no, Yo Dose is the artist, right? Guy and Sylvie Winter is the creator of the deck. Let's look at a couple more. And there is a Kali card in this deck that I totally approve of. I promise my table is level. I don't know. They just like to slide away. Yeah, I just think there's a beautiful softness to this combination. Yeah, this is called Ember and Aura, Gerald. Ember and Aura. Love this Seven of Swords in this deck. It's matte. It should not be sliding all over the place. Or no, it's that in between matte and yeah. Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay. All right, that's probably enough of that one, hey? Yeah, this is definitely going to work. So I think these two are going to be just sitting together on my shelf kind of thing, because I have other oracle decks that I do pair with Ember and Aura, and I have included that in other videos. I think there's a video with the Floral Tarot and Ember and Aura and a few different combos. But this deck, like I said, it just came, the one I have is the rose gold metallic edges. And it has the white borders. And I believe now the deck that comes out does not have the white borders. And because it has those rose gold edges, I'm not going to be trimming it anytime soon. Okay. This one goes with this one. Excellent. Now, me, have a few different tarot oracle decks in mind that I would love to create. And I've mentioned this before. And I don't show a lot of combos on my channel from the same creator because it's kind of obvious that they go together. But I just wanted to make a comment about the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Coulinane and the Crow Tarot by the same creator. Because there's something that I think is really important here for those of us that are thinking about creating decks, or I don't know, I think there's something magical here. So first of all, the backs of the cards are stunning together. One is quite plain, one is very colorful and beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad somebody commented on the makeup. Yeah, my skin doesn't abide much eye makeup anymore. Yeah. I can't believe nobody else picked up on that. Okay. So the thing I wanted to comment here, of course we get the Three of Swords, is that, you know, there's often conversations about, and I have done other pairs with the Crow Tarot as well too. It pairs really well with floral decks, among other things. That MJ was so clever to make this one borderless, because having a borderless deck with a bordered deck just is so beautiful. It's just so beautiful, because you need, when you have two different decks on the table, I find that little bit of space created by a border makes all the difference. And I'm so happy that she included the poppies and the oracle as well too. There's a lot of cards with poppies in the Crow Tarot. Could I read the Shaman Oracle deck? Sure, I can do that when we get... Wow, we're already at 41 minutes. Holy cow, where does time go? So when I opened this Oracle deck, I was so happy. I was so happy. I feel like it's made all the difference in the world in readings with the Crow Tarot. It's shifted the energy of the Crow Tarot. And you want to hear something really funny? So I've been coveting the Tildwick for some time, and apparently it's going to come out in 2021. And when I opened this deck, that's one of the things that came to mind, was that the Urban Crow and the Tildwick are going to pair beautifully together. I don't know if you can see that or if you know what I'm talking about, but it's going to be a really beautiful, beautiful combination. So yeah, so MJ, congratulations. You did an amazing job with your choices for the Urban Crow. That's all I have to say. Kind of perfect. Right? How many of you have the Tildwick? Angela says, oh, I want the Tildwick Tarot so badly. Darcy says, I see it. Yeah. So if you Malpertius, sorry, it's a very unusual name. If you go to the email and subscribe to the email list for Malpertius, if somebody wants to put that into the chat, then you will know when the Tildwick is coming out again, because it is coming out again. I think this year or possibly 2022. Yeah, cool. I'm going to show you another same, and I'm sure you've seen it before, but I feel like I can't give enough credit. I can't say enough about the Threadbound Oracle for what it has done for diversity, the way that it is embraced storytelling and brought storytelling in a very creative way. And yeah, just so many amazing things. We won't look at very many here because I've got a couple more to show you, and then we'll do a couple readings. So this is the Threadbound Oracle by Cedar McLeod. Right, it comes in this brilliant box that looks like a book. I have a video on this deck so you can see the whole deck. the colors, the matte cardstock. So again, here we have borderless and on Cedar's tarot deck. It does, I mean, it would be awesome. It sounds really weird to say. It would be awesome if this had a border all the way around. It does have a slight border on the bottom. One of the things I have found with this deck is a neutral background is essential for reading these two, and a little more actual space between the cards. Because in the Numinous Tarot, there is also a lot going on. But because they're made by the same creator, they, of course, speak beautifully to each other. So I have never included them in a combo before, so I just wanted to bring that forth today. I am getting the Green Witch Oracle. I have pre-ordered it, Miss Michelle. I'm very excited about that. All right, so, and I kind of like that this one is not matte and this one is. Something unusual. I don't know. It's something, you know, when you mix things up, if it's too matchy, it just doesn't look good. And I like the fact that it's not too matchy as far as gold edges, no gold edges, different things like that. But I really like this oracle. Not only with the Numinous, but with other decks as well too. Okay, so Book of Shadows. Book of Shadows. Book of Shadows. So this is As Above. So this is As Above. This one I'm going to put back in the box. Book of Shadows, As Above. I showed you before the Cosmic Reading Cards by Nari Anastasia. Because As Above is quite dark in coloration. You know, there's not a lot of bright cards. I put it with her other deck, the Blue Messiah. Or what do I want? What am I saying here? Why? No. I mean, this would look great with the Painted Tarot as well, too. It's the Painted Tarot that I had the Cosmic Reading Cards. And I know some people mix up the Cosmic Reading Cards and the Blue Messiah, but there is a general different vibe to Blue Messiah and Cosmic Reading Cards. And I just feel that Blue Messiah is a much better match with As Above than Cosmic Reading Cards. I really think the frequency of this deck, I use this deck a lot as single draw with Reiki clients. It provides really beautiful reflections before or after a session. And I love the way that Nari writes in her guidebook. I really do. She's very, that's somebody I should have on my channel. I need to find out where she lives, and I would love to have a chat with Nari Anastasia. Okay. This is such a clever card. Now, this card makes more sense with So Below. So why don't we do that? Let's just go So Below. So that was As Above. As Above. Okay. Who wants to come over and help me put all these decks back in boxes? We could have a party. have a glass of wine. Okay. You know what I mean? This is so below. This just makes sense for so below. The whole virtual fog thing. But it's not the right vibe for this deck. It's way too, I don't know, I just feel like the frequency is way too high. So what I pulled out for So Below, and this is the last one before we kind of, there's a couple others here, but that's enough for one day. And I'm not entirely sure about this. I almost thought about pulling out Everyday Witch. I've done a couple of videos, couple of different combos with Everyday Witch. And so this is So Below with Nest of Light. And Nest of Light has a lot of objects that you would place on your altar. It has very kind of practical ritual magic. I think I have missed something here. Majestic Earth. Yes, Majestic Earth is also decorating my US post box. Okay. And the cards, when it's people, it's not really such a perfect pairing for me. I like the cards that don't have people in them, to tell you the truth. Anyone know of a deck with ravens instead of crows? I will have you know. So Miss Kristen, I did, when I first did I have a video on the Crow Tarot, and I was looking at the birds in the deck and looking very closely, and I think they are different corvids in the deck. They are not all crows. Some of them are ravens. And I linked also a video of teaching the difference between ravens and crows on that crow, when I did the crow video review and deep dive. I'm pretty sure that there's ravens in the Crow Tarot. So yeah, so I am not sure about this one. I really see, I love these cards. I love these cards where it's just a hand or the salt lamp card or something like that. Yeah. I haven't trimmed my Raven's Prophecy deck. Okay, one more. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I might have to pull these out for my next court card chit chat. This is a Knave of Swords. That's kind of clever. Always looking for clever court cards. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm going to put these away, and I'm going to, let's do, oh, this is the card I was talking about. I love that card. The salt lamp card. I'm going to do a couple. I'll do like 2 readings. 2 readings. So, okay, so there was a request for shamanic healing. There was a request for shamanic healing. I just need to kind of feel what I want, or what tarot deck I want to read with this. You know, this would also look kind of amazing with Tarot of the Divine, but not the right vibe. Not the right vibe. Okay. Okay, so who asked for this deck? One of you asked for this deck. Somebody said, Sadhana, can you do a reading with the shamanic deck? Hello, Salo. Have you backed the Tarot Avatara on Kickstarter? I have not. I have not. Okay, so now I totally forget what I paired with this because I've put some decks away as I've been going through. Just give me 1 second. I have a list over here, which I didn't even refer to at all. Oh, I paired it with Tarot of the North Atlantic. Okay. Do I want to pair it with that or something else? It might also look amazing with Crow Tarot. Might kind of look cool with Crow Tarot, actually. No. No. Don't like that. Ooh, Wildwood. Wildwood. Oh my goodness. Sadhana. Look. Oh, I lost you. I'm looking at my spreadsheet, not you. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, there we go. It's just a delay. Just a delay. There we go. Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Why have I not done this before? Okay, so this is what I'm going to read with. This is what I'm going to read with. We'll do 2 readings. Just because we can. Now, I would like to say that I'd like to acknowledge the lunar energy right now. So the lunar energy being waxing, the lunar energy being extremely potent. And so there's so many amazing blogs right now about what's going on in the solar system with the moon energy. And if you have not created intentions for this cycle, what's wrong with you? Do it. It's just incredible, the energy right now. So get your journal out, get your little fire out, say some prayers, make some intentions, and just be there with full faith that any of this can come true, because we're in this really powerful energy right now. The other thing I want to acknowledge is that I think it's hilarious that we're moving into a year of the ox, and it is a 5-year of the Hierophant. I just find that's hilarious because it just feels so stoic to me. It feels very heavy, very slow. And so I hope and I pray that the intersection of these 2 energies will be lightened by the many, many hundreds of thousands of light workers out there who are doing their best to create peace and light all over the world. Yes, all the time. Marielle works really good with that deck as well too. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a couple of readings here for the collective. Based on everything I just said, because I think I just said a lot. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a grounding card. Feels like the last thing in the world based on what I just said. You just have to laugh sometimes, don't you? Okay, Michelle, love this art. I also like that there is a sun in the top left corner. There is air in the top right corner, moving the trees. This is not just a card about grounding. There's so much more going on in this card. This really is a card of balance. And I think one of the messages here is that if we start to feel too sticky, if we start to feel too contracted by any of this energy, we need to know that any of the energies to balance this are right at our fingertips. And all we have to do is embrace the energies to balance. You know, sometimes we try to make it so hard. So hard. Okay, 10 of arrows. Instruction. Can I get a laugh, an LOL emoji? Oh my God. We get the instruction card when I'm talking about the Hierophant. Okay, 10 of arrows. So arrows is this the present season. Right now in the Wildwood Tarot, we are, as far as timing goes, we're at the 2 of arrows. So this goes from Emoke to Beltane. Emoke to Beltane. And so 10 of arrows is closer to Beltane as far as timing goes. But I really feel the draw. I don't know what the technical word is to pull back on the bow, but it feels like there's some intention with that. I was also talking about making intentions and getting really, to get really focused on what it is that you want right now, and to add some words into your intention, into your journaling. Not just so it is or so be it or something like that, but having full faith that this is going to happen right now and that you have the power within the next 2 weeks to see something through. Like, that's how strong I feel the energy is right now. Okay. And then on the other side of this, we have the Knight of Bows. Okay. Very kind of fiery energy. The bows is the next season. So the bows starts the late spring. So from Beltane to Lugnasad, if I'm right, and moves us into the warmth. Okay, so this is going to be right, as far as timing goes in this tarot deck, the season of bows starts right at Beltane, and so it goes King, Queen, Knight. So this is very early on after Beltane. So it feels like if there is an intention that you are ready to set, that the trajectory of it is only, it's like a 3-month thing. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have any comments on this or anything else to say. Oh my goodness, you're talking about lockdown, stage 4 lockdown in Melbourne for 5 days. So tired. Oh, yeah, that is that's really challenging. I think like that, you know. This sits really well with me to have an intention that will move towards light and fulfillment. I like the fieriness of the fox on the right, the flow of the seasons from the late winter, early spring to late spring, early summer energy. It just feels really connected in some way. Nice. Okay. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of videos on the wildwood. Not a whole bunch, maybe two or three. Somebody said try the Marielle. Okay, so we're going to try the Marielle and get one more message for the group, for the 20 of you plus one of me, or maybe I'm in that 20 because I also have a tab open on YouTube. Okay. So let's call in spirit to further expand this message regarding the power, the potential of this next lunar cycle, building our messages, our intentions. So this will be the kind of the last thing I do here tonight. All right, 3 of Cups kind of energy. Creativity is the key word. Feels like an abundance of water, perhaps an abundance of emotion. And we will try this with the Marielle. Okay. Oh, sorry, I just have to sort out the Marielle. I've got some cards going forward, some cards going backwards. There we go. Oh, I have another story for you. When I was doing the gratitude challenge with Jen, and this card came out, I've always loved this card. Well, today I had an aha moment as I was going through and reviewing all of my family's Chinese zodiac signs, whether they are, like, this is the year of the ox, it's a metal ox year, and so forth. And so there's an element associated with each of the animals. And I am a water tiger. So there's probably something about that makes that card feel very, very comfortable for me. Okay. All right, Marielle, what do we need to know? What do we need to know about this abundance of creativity and overflowing energy? I have a feeling that that card with the shell is going to come up. You know that one I'm talking about? I just feel like that card. Okay, we have 6 of discs. 6 of discs. It feels really, really, I just feel some massive gentleness and harmony. I'm drawn to the lilies. Lily medicine. And look at the colors. Oh, there's something about that color. I don't even know. I'm looking for my chopstick. That's why I'm kind of flailing around here. So the color on the chalk here and the color on this card, it's kind of a coral color. What is the medicine of the coral color? There's something about that. And also, after I'm done here, I'm just going to look up the medicine of the lily. I feel like there's something to that going on. Sweetness and gentleness. I feel also a sense of being kind to yourself. You know, sometimes at the end, I don't know if it comes from Ellen or where that sign off comes from, you know, be kind to one another. You never know what anyone else is going through. I'm also talking to ourselves, you know, like be kind to yourself. Darcy feels generosity. Yeah. So very interesting. The color coral, the lilies, and the other card. Whoa, we've got really bright color, bright color. Okay, so the Phoenix. The Phoenix. Exalted Scorpio. Maybe exalted Scorpio. But the colors are what is really speaking to me right now. The colors are astounding. And in relation to what I was talking about when I was shuffling for the previous 3 cards, just everything that's kind of going on in my mind, the energy around the table right now, it's about the power and almost I'm feeling the wasted faith, the wasted power, we have so much potential. You, me, all of us, you know, who are doing this work with all of the beautiful work that we're doing. I feel like we're not doing, and we are underestimating, we're underrating ourselves. We have so much we could be doing. I think we need to shoot bigger. We need to shoot bigger and really embrace the overflowing energy of those 3 cups in the center, because the leveling up of the Judgment card requires commitment. It requires faith. You know, it requires so much trust in our divine potential. So much trust. And so if we don't look after ourselves, if we don't trust ourselves, if we don't do our practices, if we don't make big intentions, if we don't act on the intentions that we set, it's all wasted. And so I kind of feel like I want to kick myself in the butt and say, go back to your journal and edit those intentions and make them bigger and do it and believe it. And then go look up what the heck coral means, because there's something about that soft orange color that's really speaking to me. Loving the fiery energy of action, but also the gentleness at the same time. It's just a beautiful, beautiful 3-card combo. Okay. So yeah, you guys are kind of getting where I'm at with all of this. Oh, so I just want to stare at that. It's so pretty. So pretty. Thank you for the coral chalk. You know, I don't know if Michelle uses chalk to paint her pictures, but they just remind me of that as well too. And sometimes when I stare at that deck, I feel like I've gone back 20 years sitting with my kids on the pavement, drawing chalk pictures in the summer, you know, getting my jeans covered in chalk and, I don't know, spilling beverages on the pavement, laughing, blowing bubbles. There's something about that deck as well too that makes me feel very, very nostalgic. Yeah. Anyway. So thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And anytime you have a deck that you are feeling a little stuck on what to pair with it, I've had so many beautiful messages and just like inboxes either in Facebook or email or different places. Sadhana, what do you think of this deck? How do you think these two will go together? And I love doing this kind of stuff. It's so much fun. It's so much fun just to play, play with your decks, use your decks, work your decks. There's no point in having them if you're not going to use them, right? And unless you actually get a bunch out and play and do this, you don't know how it's going to work. And sometimes you might have this idea and then it's like, no, that's not going to work together, even though you thought it might. So you have to try. Yeah. So thanks. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest. Yes, I can't wait to have grandkids to play like that again one day. I know, right? I want to blow bubbles and draw chalk and all those things. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now, and I'm enjoying this space, right? It's a lot of work having grandkids and going through that again. So, yeah. Anyway, good night. Stay well, and I will see you soon, probably pre-recorded soon. I've got a few things in the works, and for sure I will be back on Tuesday doing readings. It'll be in the morning next week, not in the evening, because Tuesday nights now is going to be the intuition class, and there are only 2 people registered. So they're going to get a very, very private lesson. It's still open if you're interested. These are practices to help you awaken and exercise your third eye. And it is not a movement class. It's a breath, meditation, reflection, journaling kind of class. And it's an hour and 15 minutes on 4 Tuesday nights. And it's in the shop on my website. Okay. So thank you. See you all soon. Namaste.